obviously limited evidence there.
I think it's just being more comfortable with the stuff that we are running. Obviously, we've gone through a lot of sets and everything, but it's just going through that full shot clock. You know, we're really good in that first 10 seconds when we're running our set, but after that, we got to really get into another motion and other actions and stuff like that. So that's just being comfortable with each other and comfortable with the new system. So I'd say that's the biggest thing.
Cody, York, were there things that they were pretty good at tonight?
Yeah, coming into the game, we knew they were really good off the dribble, and good shooters as well. We kind of knew it was going to be kind of a pickup basketball game out there on defense. Like, they weren't real structured. It was more of a lot of one-on-one. But I think our guys just really did a great job taking that challenge, just trying to keep the ball in front, helping off guys when needed, and it showed off tonight.
Right now, after it seems like the scoring has kind of been concentrated on a couple guys so far. As you progress, is that going to be a point of emphasis maybe is to try to develop, and some of it is probably just missing some shots here and there, but develop some other scoring threats as you go forward?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Like, the thing with this team is, like, we want to play to guys' strengths and play to guys' talents. Like, for me personally, like, I want to get the best out of my teammates every single time on the floor. Like, if I'm playing with TP, like, I want him at his best. I want Tristan at his best. You know, so that's my main goal, is to make sure those guys are at their best. And then, you know, if the open shot comes to me, like, I'm going to shoot it. Or if the read in the offense is for me to shoot it, I'm going to shoot it. But my first look is to get everyone else the ball and really get the ball moving. And so really it could be any given guy any night. But for right now, you know, our emphasis is just to share the ball and take the open shot.
What else can you take from a game like this, you know, where if you do your thing right, you're going to come out on top of it? Is it tough barometer?
Of what we can improve moving forward?
Sure.
So I think the biggest thing, too, on the defensive end is people got to be able to guard the ball, like he said, off the dribble like that. You know, we had a couple defensive breakdowns that those just got to sharpen up, and then rebounding and guarding that whole 30-second shot clock. You know, when we have those breakdowns, we got to have that help D to come over. And, you know, shot goes up, everyone's got to find a man, and we can't give up easy offensive rebounds.
A couple of NAIA teams, since you've seen to this point, shake off some of the rust and work out with each other in a game situation. But, you know, Northern Arizona is the first D1 test that you'll get next Monday. How do you approach that one now that you've got these two under your belt?
Oh, we're excited. You know, finally, you know, after playing these two, trying to work into a new system and getting familiar with everyone, you know, we're excited for Northern Arizona to come up here and play us and finally get a Division I team in here. Should be a good test, and, you know, we're excited for it.
Cody, for you, given that you're one of the new guys, there's a lot of them, but given that you've got a pretty extensive role on this team, is it easier to have come into a situation like this where everybody's kind of brand new because the coaching staff turned over and all that too?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, coming in, like, everyone was at point A. You know, everyone was at the starting point. You know, with Coach Lee, learning his system, his philosophy, his terminology. You know, so that was really easy for me to come in. But then, like, just like my general demeanor, like, I feel like I can just go into any situation and kind of blend in and you know, help lead and help be a piece of the puzzle. You know, that's like my game. And so coming in here, these guys just made it really easy for me. Like, they kind of just like took me in as a brother and as a teammate, and it was really easy for me just to come in and play my game and help lead these guys. So it wasn't hard at all.
Cody, what are some
Yes, sir.
things that you're still trying to get comfortable with?
What's that?
What are some things you're still trying to get comfortable with here?
You know, nothing off the floor. Like, the fans here have been incredible. The administration have been incredible. The coaches have been incredible. Mainly just on the floor things, like trying to get like better chemistry with some of my guys. You know, like me and TP, we play with each other every single day, and then we see each other every single day in extra workouts. So I'm like really good at knowing his game. Other guys, I need to get better at like knowing their game, like knowing how I can act on the court in order to get the best out of them, because a few guys like I'm really good with, like TP and Tristan and Red, I'm really good with them to just get the best out of them, but I need to work with some other guys just to make sure we have that depth and moving forward. So.
Well, I thought our defense in the second half was much better. We held them to 38% and 25 from the three, so pleased with that. First half, some you know, they caused some problems. Their guards are quick, and we didn't defend very well. but we did cause 19 turnovers, got some offense off our defense, especially in the second half. Good to see Trey Birchmanning shoot the ball like that. He has worked really hard this spring and summer. When I got here, he watched all the games, and people didn't guard him on the perimeter, and that is always bad for your offense when somebody's not being guarded. Credit to him. He worked really hard this spring and summer. We worked with him. He made 7 threes all last year. He's already made 4. And then Tristan Simpson was really good attacking the rim tonight. I guess that was a career high for him, which is great to see. And Tyler Peterson played really well for us and was very steady. So our bench needs to continue to get better. We're 3 for 11 from the bench. Need to shoot the ball better. We had good looks. Guys just got to make shots, and then we just got to continue to get better defensively.
Questions? Ideally, in a game like that, Todd, would you like to not have to play those 3 guys you just mentioned quite that many minutes, or is it just a product of the early season process right now?
I think right now we've got Jay's trying to get his feet under him a little bit. Our bench, Brandon's a work in progress. We got to get on him a little bit, and he's got some talent. And then we got freshmen, and then Logan Power. So unfortunately, right now we're going to have to play those guys, and we don't have. And I feel really good, and Stan was much better in the second half. He had ended up with 5 rebounds. He didn't have any in the first half. Played less minutes. But those other 4 guys, that's the group right now, and then hopefully we get Hags back soon. So unfortunately, we do have to play him. You don't want to necessarily play him that many minutes in a game like this, but we've got to play at a certain level. We've got to play. We got to execute. We got to guard. And if guys aren't doing it, we're not going to play them. So.
You mentioned defensively, they were causing some problems in the first half. Looked like they were, off the bounce, able to get to the rim a little bit. You guys closed that up considerably, I thought, overall in the second half. Where specifically did you get better there?
We got better guarding the ball screen. We were really bad in the first half. Too deep on the coverage, and we were too flat on some of our switches. I thought second half we did a better job of helping off the guys we're supposed to. In the first half, we just gave up too many. We gave up simple rolls to the basket off a ball screen. That can't happen. But I thought we locked in a lot better defensively in the second half, as you said. We really didn't make too many adjustments. We just started to execute better.
Todd, do you envision there being a time with a couple of the people who aren't really scoring right now that they're going to get it? There's going to be some confidence. There's going to be some light bulbs going on, and all of a sudden they're going to be a little bit more into the flow of it?
Well, I know Brandon can make baskets. He made baskets last year. He had stretches in games where he's a very good shooter. He'd go on a roll and knock down shots. We're trying to get him to defend, and we've talked about, can you play and help the team win without scoring, and so we need him to play. He's a veteran. He's a junior, and he's been around. So I think we just need him to get better and better, especially in practice and competing. I think, Matt Johns and Nathan Robinson are freshmen, and sometimes they look like freshmen. As I said, they got good looks tonight, and they work hard. They've been in the gym getting up shots. They just didn't make shots tonight. They had a lot of really good looks. So I think those guys will score a little bit. Logan Power just needs to shoot the ball when he's open. He can't pass up shots. So, I do. Our bench is going to have to score. I mean, it's they've got to do a better job, and then they've got to defend when they're out there and execute.
Do we have an update on Hagedorn?
He's out of the boot. He's moving pretty well. They had him in the underwater treadmill, and he didn't feel any pain, and so it's progressing. We're hoping to hear good news. I think he meets with the doctor on Thursday tomorrow, and we're hoping to hear good news. obviously that's a big one. You know, our guys, I mean, we've talked about what he means as far as an offensive player, and so we're hoping to hear some good news tomorrow.
What do you take now from a couple of NAIA games now moving into the first Division I game?
Well, the one thing is, you know, and I've coached at different levels, but you know, a lot of the NAIs, first of all, they played a lot of games. They've already played 5 games, and they've played scrimmages, and they've traveled to. They've been on the road. They just came back from Arizona, you know. So, and then the other thing that happens, besides the fact they play a lot of games, they've been practicing since August, you know. The other thing is they are usually a lot smaller and a lot quicker than some even, you know, Division I teams you play. They got 3, 4 guys that are really quick and athletic, and they're hard to guard at times. They don't have the size to match up sometimes inside, but we're not real big right now. So, you know, when you play those teams, it's always a little bit frustrating because you're chasing them around a little more than you normally would. You know, you got a few guys that can really bounce the ball, and they're pretty good offensively. I thought, you know, when we got to do a better job of finishing layups and finishing around the goal, but it is frustrating at times to guard them.
Are you excited to see how your team stacks up against D1 opponents?
Yeah, it'll be good. Northern Arizona comes in. I mean, it's going to come up quick. Northern Arizona comes in. You know, we've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and a shoot-around to prepare for them. So now the issue is we don't have much film on them. They've gone on a tour this summer, so they'll be Jack does a really good job coaching them. They've been down a little bit recently, so we've got three days and a shoot-around to prepare. We've got to get better defensively, got to get better offensively, but it'll be good to go against them. And then, as you guys know, we go to the Bahamas, and it's on. And unfortunately, I think Mick, you talked about it. I mean, our bench has got to get better. I mean, we can rely on 3 or 4 guys to, you know, we're going to play 3 games in 4 days. You know, you got to rely on your bench some, and they've got to compete. They got to guard, and we're going to have to make shots when we're open. So we definitely need some help from our bench.
Do you think, like, with all the things you described about, you know, these guys being, these types of teams being smaller and quicker and having to chase them around and not really playing the kind of basketball you're probably going to play most of this season, do you think you'll learn more about those guys maybe coming up Monday than you have to this point?
Yeah, you know, it is. It's, you know, it's just different. Sometimes you're playing these teams, and this is part of our MTE. You know, we've had we could play a non-D1 within 14 days of the MTE, so this was part of the Bahamas trip. And sometimes you end up just scrapping some of your defensive principles, you know, because you're running around guarding guys. And you know, tonight we got to guard. They actually had a post that wasn't a great three-point shooter. The other night against Dakota Wesleyan, our 5 was, you know, standing at 25 feet all night. So, you know, just it does cause some problems. But, you know, I think we've talked about it. It takes about 8 games to figure out what you got, and you know, our guys, you know, we were only 1 game in. We played an exhibition game, so I'm still learning our guys, and you know, I think they are still learning the system, trust the system. So it was great to see in there. I got mobbed by the team for my first win, so that was fun, you know, at my alma mater too. So it was good to see. So they were excited, and we've got a lot of work to do, a lot of room for improvement. But our guys work hard, so it's just a matter of the bench has got to get better, and hopefully we hear some good news on Thursday.